Right, welcome to this video. And this video I want to talk about a concept that I've been applying for years, actually probably 6 years or so, and I didn't really realize it had a name until I met a good friend of mine in an event, and he started speaking about this concept, and I realized that I had been doing it for several years now. So it actually made sense after I learned there was a concept, a name for it. But basically what I want to talk to you about is relational capital, right? There's a concept called relational capital. And to better explain this and the value of this, I want you to think about this as, you can see money as capital, right? For example, if you have $10,000 in your bank account, you have capital. Then if you think about a house, you also have capital there in your property, right? It's value. You probably have $100,000 there, so you have $110,000, right, in capital. Then you can have capital in gold, in companies, in many things. But you can also have capital in relationships, right? What do I mean by this? People don't realize that there's actual value in relationships. Like when you build a relationship with someone, maybe in business or in whatever area, most people don't realize the value in that relationship because it's kind of like intangible. Like you cannot really touch it, feel it, like see it, because it's just like a relationship, right? We're not talking about 10 grand sitting in your bank account, or we're not talking about a house like that one. But there's real value and real capital in relationships that can start to kind of like materialize and become something. So for example, let's say that in a 1 year period of time you don't speak to anyone, right? You have zero connections, you made zero connections, you didn't have any conversations whatsoever, nothing. And then there's this other guy that in a 1 year period of time he had 500 conversations, and that's gonna be a little bit more than one conversation a day. The guy that had the conversations is usually gonna see the money and more tangible things a lot faster than the guy who didn't have the conversations. Why? Because the first guy understood that while he couldn't really touch or see the value in having conversations with people and building relationships with people, he understands that over a period of time those relationships will start to materialize and produce like real capital. Nonetheless, the first person that had the 500 conversations, he was not expecting anything in return when building those relationships. That first person started building the relationships, providing value, helping people, getting to know people without expecting anything in return. That's really the key of building relational capital. Relational capital is not about going to someone and telling them, hey, here's the new thing that I got, here's how you can buy it. It's not about that. Like, relational capital is about really being genuine and really trying to help the other person, because once you're able to do that, you build a real relationship, not like a fake ass relationship. And when you build a real relationship, that usually builds to some sort of collaboration in the future or opportunity. Now, it's not guaranteed. You shouldn't start building relationships with the mindset of, oh, when am I gonna see the money? I'm tired of building these relationships. When am I gonna finally see the money? You cannot do that. If not, you're not gonna be building the real relationships. And it's such a powerful concept, and that's why, when I work with people, they tell me, hey Sebastian, I don't have money for ads. Hey Sebastian, I don't have money to start my business. I cannot afford softwares. I cannot afford to pay ads. How can I start? and I tell them to do exactly what I did in the beginning, which was build relational capital every single day. It doesn't cost you anything. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. A handful of people do it, most people don't do it. And they don't do it not because it doesn't work, because it does work. In fact, there's a freaking term for it, relational capital. I just didn't realize that until a couple of years back. But here's the thing. When I go into my programs and I tell people, look, you want to sell your stuff online, you want to sell your $500 product, but you don't have any money for ads or softwares, funnels, then go have 10 good conversations a day. 10 good conversations a day. And in 1 month, you'll have 300 good conversations a day. And in 3 months, you're gonna have 900 good conversations in the 3 months. And that relational capital will build over time and give you and yield you a result. It will pay off in terms of money, right? Why? Because if you have 900 good conversations via DM, chat, right, on Facebook, Instagram, on these channels that are free, by the way, then, and you just get a small percentage of success, say 5%, which is extremely low, because with good relational capital, you should see a high percentage of conversion, success, business, collaborations, all these things. Why? Because there's a strong relationship. When you have a ton of crappy relationships, say you have 1 million followers, but you don't have any relational capital, I mean, you don't add any value to people, then your percentage of results will be a lot smaller. But you have 900 good conversations, connections, and honestly, you should be making at least 10K a month, consistent. And that's what I did in the beginning. I didn't have the money for ads, so I sent 30 messages per day to people, and not everyone replied. That's why I sent 30. Now these days I would use like a better approach to get more people to reply and connect with me. But anyways, I sent the 30 messages. Maybe I got 6 replies, and then I built 2 solid relationships with people for several months to come. I didn't ask for money. I was just looking to provide as much value as I could to build that relational capital. And relational capital is the sum of all the relationships, collaborations, conversations that you have with other people, right? It's the sum of all the relationships. Like I said, you cannot measure the value in terms of money. That's the problem with people. You know, they don't do things if it doesn't have to do with short-term money. So like I said, most people don't apply it because they cannot see the results instantly. They cannot see the value in their bank account shown in their bank account. But then the people that do see it or do apply it, they get results 10 times faster. Crazy, right? It's insane. I've seen people apply this in 2 months. They're already making thousands of dollars. But they were not thinking about the money. They were just thinking about, how can I better serve this person for free, to the point where they think I'm crazy. That's really the best point. Like when you manage to get someone to think that you are freaking crazy or dumb or stupid or whatever you call it, when you get to that point where when they think you're dumb for giving so much value for free without charging anything, boom, that's instant points right there, relational capital. Guess what? When the person needs help, or if the person knows someone that needs help, they will come to you because you built relational capital. And now that is going to be reflected in your bank account once you get the customer. I'm telling you, 100 good relationships with people online, man, can change your life. Most people are lazy, and most people have this mindset of, oh no, I just want to make money, I want to place ads, I want to create funnels, I want to find a winning product. It's horrible mindset. I mean, this is really what's holding people back. They don't want to do the work necessary to see results, even if they know that's what they need to be doing. For me, that's insane. So just wanted to share that concept with you, because this is what really got me moving forward when I first started out. This is what allows many of my customers to get results a lot faster, and this is why a lot of people also don't get results. Not because they don't send the messages, it's because they want everything so fast. If you realize all the topics that I talk about, the main problems people have when it comes to their business, they all come back to this same big topic, which is, thinking short term. And you want to avoid that. You want to be thinking long term, even if it's painful. You want to do things for at least a year and do things until they work. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to learn more, go to workwithsebastian.com. That's basically it. See you in the next one.